Have you ever caught your babysitter selling your kids' toys at a garage sale? Because I did, and I still don't know how I didn't end up flipping a table when I saw it. My son Mason was 7. He wasn't loud, not the type of kid who screamed or begged for attention. Just a quiet, thoughtful little guy who was obsessed with his Hot Wheels. He had dozens, lined them up every day, named each one, gave them voices, engine sounds, races across the coffee table with full-blown commentary. Those cars were his whole world. When I went back to work part-time, I found a sitter through a family friend. Tamara, early 20s, super polite. Came to the interview with homemade banana bread and a binder of activity plans like she was applying for a damn teaching job. Coloring books, crafts, offered to help with reading homework. I was sold. She seemed perfect. First few weeks were great. Mason seemed happy, no red flags, but then little things started slipping in. Mason would ask me these strange questions at bedtime. Stuff like, "Mom, if someone needs money really bad, should you let them borrow your things?" Or, "What if someone sells your stuff by accident? Can they get it back?" I figured he was just being curious. Kids say weird things all the time, right? Then one Thursday, my boss let me leave work early. I got home around 3 o'clock. I walked in the door and immediately heard Mason crying. Not normal tears. The kind of guttural sobbing where you know something's really wrong. My heart dropped. I peeked around the corner, and there he was on the couch, red-faced, fists balled up, shaking with tears. Tamara was standing over him, arms crossed, annoyed like he had done something wrong. There was a shoebox on the floor with some of his Hot Wheels in it, but half the collection was gone. I didn't walk in just yet. I stood in the hallway and listened. Tamara was saying, "You promised, Mason. You said I could sell them, remember? We talked about this." And Mason sobbing goes, "I thought we were just pretending. I thought it was a game." That's when I came out and told Tamara to get the hell out of my house. She tried to spin it. It was just a miscommunication. He said I could, but I wasn't having it. I didn't yell. I didn't need to. My face did all the work. She grabbed her bag and left without another word. I sat down with Mason and got the full story, and it was even worse than I thought. Tamara had been guilt-tripping him for weeks, telling him how broke she was, how she skipped lunch, how she couldn't afford gas just to come babysit him. Then she started asking if he had any old toys he didn't want anymore. Told him maybe he could help her out by sharing. He thought she meant pretend, some game. He didn't even know what selling meant. He thought she was just taking them to show someone and would bring them back. She never asked me for permission, not once. She manipulated a 7-year-old into giving away his most prized possessions. The next morning I went on a mission, hit every garage sale, swap meet, and flea market I could find. And at the third one, I found them. Mason's lunchbox, with his name written in Sharpie across the front, sitting on a table next to his missing Hot Wheels, his little green convertible, the red flame car, even worse, his tiny baseball glove, the one my dad gave him before he passed away, his only memory of my father, sold on a table for $2. I didn't cause a scene. I wanted to. I wanted to throw the entire table over, but I took pictures. I got the vendor's info and left, went straight to the police station, filed a report for theft and emotional manipulation of a minor. The cops contacted Tamara, and of course, she denied everything. Said Mason made it up, said I was unstable, but the vendor had receipts, seller registration forms with Tamara's full name, address, and phone number, her handwriting, her signature, done. She got charged with petty theft and child coercion. But the worst part wasn't the legal stuff, it was Mason, the kid who used to trust everyone, who used to believe grown-ups were the good guys. Suddenly he was scared to let me leave for work. He'd ask if I was sure people were telling the truth, if I really meant I'd come back. It broke me. It took months to rebuild his trust. But now, every toy is back in his room, every Hot Wheel accounted for. And I don't care how broke I get. I will never hire anyone to watch my kid who isn't background checked, fingerprinted, and probably a licensed therapist on the side.